Welcome to UK Foot Golf News.
Welcome to UK Foot Golf News, the first UK-based podcast that talks about everything foot golf in the UK.
I'm Sean Rontry, your host, and this is episode 6. We start our news roundup at Cambridge for Super Series Stage 6, and Mark Scotchford shot a sizzling 63 to win by a single shot from Neil Shave and Tom Spink, who won a 4-man playoff to finish third. In the over 45s, it was Cambridge's own Andy Peck who made it 2 wins from 3 to climb the rankings after a sensational 66. Robin Barton made his first podium to qualify for the grand final, finishing third with Carlos Boreham second. In the ladies' event, it was Sophie Brown who snatched victory from Claire Williams with an incredible playoff performance, with Michaela Hill finishing third in her first ever competition. And so on to the Welsh Open, and Jamie Cullum continued his assault on the world and UK rankings with yet another victory. Cullum cruised to a 4-shot win at Silver Birch to claim the Welsh Open title ahead of Liam Shoots, Matthew Morgan, David Quigley and Ben Clark, who made up the top 5. Carl Boreham claimed victory in the over 45, which also gave him the win in the men's amateur category, defeating Paul Chivers and Chris Anderson in a 10th playoff. Sean Rontry finished third in the over 45s, with Amy Hurrell second. Sophie Brown continued her fine form as she leads the charge to become UK Ladies Champion with another stunning victory. Sophie beat Charlotte Gara into second, with Terry Nall completing the podium. The team of Liam Shoots and Jamie Cullum claimed pairs victory with Neil Shave and Matt Morgan second, and Ellis Bryn Jones and Adam Parkinson third. Mitch Bird Jones was once again crowned Welsh national champion after his level par total gave him a convincing win. Now we move on to Gatwick and Super Series 7. Mark Scotchford defeated world number 1 Jamie Cullum in the playoff after the pair tied on -12, 2 ahead of Nick Iron. In the ladies section, Sophie Brown claimed her 8th win of the season as she builds an unsaleable lead in each ladies category. Claire Williams finished in second place with Charlotte Gara third. And in the over 45s, it was another victory for Del Haywood as he climbed into the top 3 of the Super Series rankings, with Carlos Boreham was second and Neil Seymour third. Time for a special guest. This man is one of my biggest rivals in the over 45s and one of the biggest characters in UK foot golf. His posts always bring a smile to my face, and every time we play, he's always a joy to be around. Please welcome Delvis Haywood. Hi Del, thanks for joining us today. How are you doing?
Just turn the Gary Newman down. Hello there, Sean. Nice to speak to you, sir.
And lovely to speak to you, Del. First of all, massive congratulations on your 3rd win of the season this year at Gatwick. Good day for you.
Oh, it was unbelievable. Thanks very much. A lot of people have congratulated me, and I've just been overwhelmed with it all, to be honest, Sean. Didn't win anything last year, and to win 3 of the 7 so far, it's just unbelievable. When I woke up yesterday morning, I said to Sheena, I've just woke up a champion.
Well, you certainly are a champion. I mean, if you remember, I did say you're favourite to win at Gatwick.
Yes, you did, and I felt the pressure was on me for that day. I really didn't feel right teeing off on hole number 2. I was a complete bundle of nerves. I thought, you've got to win this. You're at home, or at least try and get a top 3. And I had a bad start, but I've had some good advice from a lot of players. Just forget about the bad hole. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't change anything, and you just keep plugging away. Just keep nipping away. Don't let anything faze you. Who was it? One of the players I spoke to afterwards, I think it was Mark Scotchford.
Yeah.
And he was saying, you just keep yourself on a level, even keel. Don't celebrate the good ones that go in. Don't celebrate, and don't swear or kick the ground when they don't go in. Just keep yourself on a nice, even keel. And I think that's been a big help this season.
Yeah, that is sometimes difficult because, I mean, emotions do run high when you're playing and your adrenaline gets flowing. But I think, it's good advice from some top players like Scotchy, people like that. I know you've got a good crowd down there at Gatwick. People like Nick Iron, Clint Moore, that give you advice and probably help you along the way. Is that right?
Yeah, that's very true. Those sort of players, they've got all the time in the world, and all the time in the world for you. And you wouldn't think they would have, to be honest. There's not really many like big egos and sort of just brush you off. They will say, right, let's do a couple of holes together here. Dale and Clinton Moore a couple of weeks back, he said, Dale, what's this with your run up and the skip? He said, there's no need for it. You just need just a couple of steps. And I'm trying to introduce that into my game at the moment when it's just a couple of steps and not the trademark skip.
Yeah. No, I've tried that as well. I think sometimes you can try and hit the ball too hard and lose control. And if I've tried to say to myself 75% and 75, and it seems to be working for me.
Yes. No, it's all good advice, and I think every game's a learning curve. And that's one of the things I've been enjoying about Gatwick. I think it's going to take a while to sort of master it, because if you just mastered it in a couple of in 2 weeks, you wouldn't look forward to going there and playing the game.
Yeah.
And you're learning something more about it all the time. And
yes.
And the silliest little things in the world are only just dawning on me.
Yeah.
While I'm playing, and I think, why didn't I think about this before?
Yeah.
It just is course management and placing your shot for your next one.
It is. Well, I mean, you're having a pretty successful season so far. I mean, I think you're third currently in the Super Series. A certain Mr. Peck, who we won't talk about, is leading that. He shot up the rankings a bit when winning the UK Open. But I'm second, so we're still there. We're still fighting away, Dad, aren't we? Yeah, but
I just wish I had your consistency, Sean. And if there's anybody that deserves to win it this season, I think it's you. Especially with your, first, second, third. Whereas I've had three wins, but the rest of my positions have been fifth, I think sixth, and that's just not good enough at this level.
Well, I mean, you've got three firsts. You've won three. Yeah, you've got a fourth, a sixth, and a fifth, Yeah, you're right. So you've got a couple that you can knock off there. If you do well at Tilgate, then you've got the last one at Cold Ashby. You can shoot, and I'm not going to be there at the last event, so you can get some points on me there.
How come you're not at Cold Ashby?
I'm on holiday.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but part of me's quite pleased.
No, I think you were saying, I mean, compared to last year, I think we're both the same. I didn't win anything last year, and I've won a couple of events this year, which is an improvement. But I think, and I think you'll agree, the over 45s is a very competitive but friendly bunch.
Oh yeah, you couldn't have asked for a friendlier bunch, and very competitive. I mean, look at Carlos now, how his season's coming together.
Yeah.
And it's it's difficult, and it really is difficult. Every one we get for the over 45s, you think, is Mark Eagleston going to be on form today? Pecky's like a robot.
Yeah.
And you think, you just want to. On the day, you just need a couple of worldies, Sean, don't you?
That's it. You can just do your best, can't you? And I think sorry, go on.
Just everything. You just want everything to fall into place for you on the day.
You do.
And sometimes it happens, and sometimes it doesn't. And I think you just sort of try and move on. Sometimes it's difficult because of the passion that you have for the sport.
Yeah.
You get home and you take it out on the landlady. No, I just really enjoy the sport, and I'm liking my Italian look at the moment as well.
I wasn't going to mention that. No, you've had a very, very, very good season. I mean, we've got Tilgate coming up this week. Is that a course you've played? I mean, you're local to that area. Do you know the course well?
No, I don't, and I didn't do very well there last year. It's not my favourite. It's not my favourite course. It would be nice if I get to practice it before Friday. I think it's a course that suits the big hitters more.
Right.
Would you agree with that?
I've not played it. I didn't play it last year, so I'm looking forward to coming down on Friday to play.
Right. Oh, okay. I think it suits the big hitters more, but I think a little bit of practice on it, and with what I've learned this year, I think I might just scrape. Be nice to get a top 3.
Yep.
But once again, it all depends. All depends on the day, Sean.
It does all depend on the day, and and now everyone else does. We never know, do we? Someone new might pop up with a worldie and surprise us all.
Yeah.
But we'll
the
see.
Best thing, what I enjoy most about it is the night before running it. I'm sure a lot of players do this, but I run each hole through my head the night before.
Yeah.
And I always try and picture myself finishing, getting a good score, and then playing against Ben Clark in the playoff. I think it's a mental thing as much, just as much as kicking the ball itself.
It is. I mean, that goes right back to the start of the conversation, what you said. I mean, like what Mark Scotchford said about keeping yourself on an even keel. You have to. If you make a mistake, you move on. Because other people will make mistakes. And even though you might drop a couple of shots, other people will drop shots and put you right back in it. So you can't just give up after one hole, and you have to keep going and going and going.
No, that's very true. I mean, the proof was in the pudding on Sunday. With Brooke Cully made a tremendous start at Gatwick. He hit a 2 on the first 2 holes. He was like 4 under.
Really?
And you think, blimey, and he was like 4 shots better than me on the first 2 holes.
Yeah.
It might have even been more than that. And I thought, I've got no chance whatsoever of pulling this back now. And then all of a sudden, it just all falls into place.
Yeah.
So
yeah, good stuff.
You never know, Sean.
You never know. Like I say, we have to keep going. So I mean, there's 2 events left. So you want 2 good finishes there and see how you can finish the season. Yeah,
well, I've only just discovered that the points you get for Tilgate go towards the Super Series.
Yes, they do.
So that would be. I mean, if I manage to finish quite well on Friday, that might edge me a little bit closer towards yourself and Andy Peck. And then it would be nice if the 3 of us went into Cold Ashby pretty much level on points.
Yeah.
It really would make a brilliant final out of it.
It would, and don't forget that obviously there's big points this week, 345 for the winner rather than the normal 230.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
That can make a big difference. So you can get a lot of points there if you do well.
Yes, you can.
So, okay. Well, thanks very much for joining us.
You're more than welcome, Sean. I've enjoyed talking to you about it. Actually, it's brought back quite a few memories.
I'm pleased for you, and I will see you on Friday. Hope you do well.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And if you do, I'll pop your ball.
Yeah, I appreciate that. The Mo Yanis, Jabulani.
That's done you well. Good old Mo. Did you a real favour there?
Yes, he really did, and I can't thank him enough. And it was really nice to get the first win under my belt with that ball for him,
Excellent. All right, Dale.
Takes a lot of getting used to that ball, but I'm slowly getting there.
It does. Brilliant. All right, mate. Well, thanks very much for joining us.
Okay.
And I will see you on Friday.
Oh, I look forward to it, Sean.
Thanks, Dale. The first ever European Foot Golf Championship took part this month, with 8 nations competing. Staged just outside Paris, France was the host nation, with teams from the UK, Italy, Holland, Spain, Switzerland, Luxembourg and Hungary taking part. After a nervous start in the opening morning pairs event, the UK, captained by current world number 1 Jamie Cullum, sat in 5th place, some 12 shots off the leaders France. The team then performed absolutely amazing in the afternoon singles to end up in 1st place, some 40 shots, yes, 40 shots ahead, with 7 UK players scoring under par in that afternoon. Day 2 saw the semi-finals, and the UK were drawn against a strong Dutch team, with France playing Italy in the other semi-final. France beat Italy, and the UK defeated Holland 4-3, setting up a France-UK final. And I'm pleased to say that Team UK were crowned the champions, beating France 4-3 in a tense final matchup. Well done, Team UK, on an absolutely brilliant performance and being crowned first ever European foot golf champions. Coming up this month, Mark Scotchford goes head-to-head with James Firth for the winner takes all £500 swing final on Thursday the 28th of September at Tilgate on the eve of the English Open. Scotchford defeated world number 1 Jamie Cullum in the epic playoff at Gatwick Foot Golf. We also have the UK match play finals which take place at Gatwick Foot Golf. The 4 semi-finalists, Steve Baker, Jamie Cullum, Tom Wood and Craig Galbraith, will find out their opponents on Friday during the monstershop.co.uk English Open. Also taking place at Gatwick is the Shields final with Paul Bolton, Chris Anderson, Declan Reid and Ben Clark taking part. And don't forget we also have the English Open taking place. This is the final event on the UK tour before the grand final, so all points will be important. That's it for this episode. Thanks for listening and join us again next month.
UK Foot Golf News sponsored by Vintage Foot Golf.